Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I am back with this is the day third when I'm going to record myself. So as I told you that nobody is going to watch me, right? So that is why I'm just keeping on talking. I don't care about the views, I told you. And by the way, in the last video when I was again and again looking down, it felt like that I was looking in a copy or paper and I'm just saying that. No, that was not like that. It was my words. And otherwise, if I will copy it from the copy and just read it loud, it may be better, but there was no any copy and there was no any script. If you think that way, that I have a copy or anything, no, that was not. There was no any paper and copy. This is my habit to look around the things. And but today I have a book from which I'm going to tell you something about. So first of all, let me tell you the some techniques which I am performing these days. From morning, I start my days start in the morning. First thing I do is that I keep on talking in my mind and thinking in English in my mind for whatever thinking comes in. I try to think everything, what I'm going to do in the whole day, what I'm going to do, whatever thoughts come in my mind, I try to think them in English. First thing which I do in the morning is this. And then I do some practices like tongue twisters. Now, I'm not doing it from most of the time, but I started it just 2 or 3 days ago. From I'm just trying to keep do tongue twisters because I got to know that tongue twisters help in exercising your muscles around so that it get and more pronunciations become clear. That is why I'm trying to practice the tongue twisters. The first tongue twister I practice is a proper copper coffee pot, a proper copper coffee pot, a proper copper coffee pot, a proper copper coffee pot. This is the first one. And the second one, daddy draws brooms. Draws Daddy draws room. 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 And the third one is that red leather, yellow leather, 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 red leather, yellow leather. These are the few tongue twisters I am doing right now. I do lots of, but I don't remember right now. Okay, I got to know another trick yesterday, that if you are fumbling in any word, so you need to grab a pencil, keep it between your teeth like this. You need to keep it like this and try to talk. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Whatever you are struggling to say, just need to grab it in between your teeth like this and just try to say it. And you will notice after some time that you are pronouncing it way better than you were pronouncing. So this is the second trick which I'm doing. The third trick which I do is mirror technique. I try to keep on talking for 10 minutes, whatever, whenever I feel I have a time. So I just go in front of the mirror and just start talking to myself. Whatever I feel like, I just talked about everything which is present in my room right now. I have talked so much with the mirror and talked about everything which is present. I talk about the colors. Let me think about the cartons which is here. So what I'm going to talk about the cartons. It comes in various size, various colors, these types of things which I various fabrics. Telling you in short sentences right now, but I used to make bigger sentences. So, and the third thing which I'm doing is from I have not started much earlier, but it's just my sister book. She is in class 5th, but it was her old book. Not my sister. We all have completed our 12th intermediate levels. We have completed. We all my sisters, but it is she is my cousin sister, and she is little. She is not that big. So she have just passed in this year. She completed her 5th class. It means she is promoted to class 6th. So that's why I will borrow her book so that I can read, and for pronouncing, and just it will help me in my communications. So I have taken her science book, English book, English main course book, and it is a it's not mental math, it's moral science book. So I in lower graded classes, the stories are short and meaningful. This is a moral science, so we are going to get some moral values or moral things which is important for us. We should follow that. So I have borrowed her book so that I can gain some knowledge from this book. So yesterday I was studying about the God is great. This is the first chapter of the book. The God is great. This time I'm going to read it loud, and then after I will try to explain this story in my own language. So I'm going to start chapter first. God is great. God is great. So in this chapter we are going to study about the prayers is the best way to communicate with the God. It is a powerful tool to strengthen your relationship between one who created everything in the world. Prayers has a great power to overcome obstacles, to face challenges, and to heal the sufferings. Okay, these were the things. In this chapter, this is the moral value which I'm talking about. The chapter has not started yet. Now, this is the chapter where one should getting knowledge how to communicate with the God, and what are the prayers. These are the two things. This is the conversation between the God and the people, the one who is praying to the God who has created the world. So these are the things which we are going to study in this chapter. So now we are going to start with the chapter. This is the chapter. So there was an old man named John in a town who had worshipped God all his life. He walked around saying, God is great. He spoke this all the time, whenever and wherever he was. When John got married, he said, God is great. When John lost his job, he said, God is great. When his father died, John said, God is great. When John's wallet got stolen up, he said, God is great. When you got the idea, no matter what John did, all or whatever happened to him, he would always utter these words, God is great. A few months later, John was diagnosed with the liver cancer. The disease had spread rapidly, and the doctor told him that the liver transplant was the only option that could save him, but it was not easy to find a donor. John, John, through being seriously ill, repeated his famous line, God is great. Charles was John's best friend in the town. He went to the hospital every day to meet John, and every night before Charles left, John would tell him, God is great. Finally, after weeks of watching his friend not recovering from the disease, Charles just could not stand it and any longer and asked John, you are the best friend and I love you. I also love God and pray to him as much as you. I have heard you saying always God is great during good times. I can understand that. Saying that God is great, maybe even during hard times, God would have helped you. But now, lying here on the deathbed, how are you able to restore your faith? How can you say God is great every day when you know you are going to die soon and God cannot heal you now because in spite of all efforts the donor could not be arranged? John smiled and said, with God's grace, I have sailed through all my tough times till now, and I'm sure that this phase will also pass by. Then just then the doctor entered the room and announced that the donor has been found and John could move ahead for the liver transplantation. So the surgery was performed the very next day, and within couple of weeks John recovered and was discharged from the hospital. John and his friend thanked God for showering his blessings. Charles also realized that God is really great. So this was the story. This was the whole story. Now I am going to explain this in my language. So there I'm going to talk about the chapter named God is great. God is great. So in this chapter we are going to know about the relationship between the people and the one who has created this world, which is God. So this is the moral of the story, that we need to believe in God and have to keep faith in God until and unless whatever happened to us, we just need to believe and keep faith in God. He is going to sort all our problems, everything He is going to sort. We don't need to just curse Him and say bad things to Him. If we are in trouble, we just need to praise Him and just pray Him that He is great. He is doing everything fine with us. He is just think that we are His children, that we are His daughter and sons. He is not going to do anything bad with us. He is going to take care of us, and God is great. From this, today I got to know this. Okay. So, starting with the chapter, there was a man in the town named called John. He had worshipped God all of his life. He always used to utter a word called few words, God is great. This is famous lines which he used to recall every time. In whatever situation he has, like he has, his father dies, he said, God is great. His wallet got stolen, he said, God is great. Whatever problem he is in, he always used to say, God is great. One day, the John was diagnosed by a liver cancer. It is a disease called, which is happening in the liver. So he was ill. He got ill. He has serious. He is suffering from a serious disease called liver cancer. So in that particular situation, he tried to say always, he says every day, God is great. Oh, okay. John has his friend in the town named called Charles. So Charles came to visit John in the hospital every day, and he always John said to Charles, God is great. So after Charles were seeing, after after a week, Charles seen that his friend John is not recovering. He could not hold himself and asked John, John, I can understand that you love God, and as much you love God, I also do the same. I also pray as much as you do. But in good days, it is fine that you are saying God is great, and harder times you are saying God is great. That is also fine. But the situation which you are in right now, that you are going to die soon, and these times, this is phase of your life, you are also saying that God is great. Then John said, it's God grace. He said that I have been through lot of problem, lot of difficult situations, and God has helped me. So this time will also pass by. And then after suddenly the doctor entered the room and said that the donor is got found. They were finding for a donor, but they were not able to find the donor. So that is why Charles is sad and asking John about the matter, that why he is doing that. We have done so much of efforts to find the donor, but we are not finding it. So when the doctor arrived and said that he found the donor, then Charles and said that we can now move to the transplantation of the liver. So on the very next day, the transplantation has been done. After few weeks, the John recovered himself and said his famous line that God is great. And now Charles also believes that God is really great. This was the whole story which I have uttered in my own language, and I hope you understand and find both the things relatable, and I hope I can convey the same message which I have read it earlier and said in my own language. So these were the things which I'm doing and practicing every day. And the fourth thing, I'm on the fourth point right now. Okay, then the next thing which I'm doing is right now is nowadays is watching movies in English, and I am trying to watch everything. I am trying to watch almost everything in English, whether I'm using social media, not on Instagram, but obviously I use most of the time YouTube. So all the feeds which comes in front of me, they have already changed into English, and every only English things are coming on my feed. I always try to watch English, but I also watch Hindi contents like some vlogs, like some Bhavana Seth Entertainment. She is my favorite vlogger, so I watch her vlogs in Hindi because she is a brilliant speaker, but her audience is of Hindi, including me. I also watch her vlogs and she makes pretty good vlogs. So I love her, and I just love her. She have been through a lot, and she have behaved like a fighter in every of her situation. I love her so much, so I watch her vlogs. But other than that, I didn't watch anything in Hindi. Okay. Let me tell you. I was also watch some serials, TV serials. Sorry, but I watched that serial. Let me practice it in English. I watched serials on Geo Hotstar. 3 serials I watched of 22 to 30 minutes serials. It means 1.5 hour I see serials in Hindi. And other than that, I watch every content in English. And currently, I am watching Harry Potter, which I have finished the first session of the Harry Potter first film, which was about her childhood, when how he has become a magician. That I saw, that I have finished, and today I am going to start the another series, I can say, and another movie. It is all like a movie only. So today I am going to start the second movie related to Harry Potter. That was his childhood, and now he became elder. So from today I will start, and until tomorrow it will be finished. So these were the things which I'm practicing every day right now, and it's been 22 minutes. I know that I have studied this. I lost 5 minutes there, so I am just keeping on talking right now. Oh, this is nice book. I think it is in very easy language. Everyone could understand this language. It's very nice. There is very short story, 2 pages only. Look at this, only 2 pages, and the story is over. Every story is like this, 2 or 3 pages. It contains 2 or 3 pages. Look at this, it is only 1 page. This one and this one, 2 pages. The short stories are there in this book, but all these stories are nice. You have seen this story? I must notice you have, because I have also studied these story. I think it is when I was in class 5th. I think it was my same book. I remember that these things where I have read it. My teacher taught me all these chapters. I am just trying to go at my school days. That time I feel that it is so hard, these stories, and when I now see this, it is only 2 pages. I got shocked how easy this is. And that time I was like, it's like burden has came on my head. I was not that good child. I was an average student in my school until it was 6th or 7th. After that I cop up myself. So that's all for today's video, and goodbye. It was nice talking to you.